Do you know, it almost looks like we're on the Top Gear thing.
All right, guys, how's it going?
I'm Ben.
I'm Lee, and we are today at AC Speedtech in Warrington. They are GTR specialists, so we've got the GTR here.
Definitely.
And what's happening with it?
Well, you've finally been kicking and stamping your feet, wanting to get the stage 2 done.
Yeah.
And we're here.
And I've got the big checkbook out for this because this is going to be 2,000 and something. We had it on the dyno at DC Performance. It ran 576. I was disappointed. Go check that video out. Here, we've got it on a hub dyno. We're going to do a run before the work and we're going to do some runs after. It's going to get mapped as we go. It's having intake pipes, injectors, obviously custom map, and there's going to be a few other things fixed. When we took it on the track not so long ago, we destroyed the brakes.
Yeah, brakes are terrible now.
So we're going to have a look at them. And also the clicking off the wheel, which is in previous videos as well. That's drove me mad for probably the best part of a year now. That's going to get fixed because these guys know what they're doing. Yeah. Unlike Nissan main dealer, who have no clue whatsoever what they're doing. And I know that from experience because the GTR's been in 4 times for the same fault and it's still not fixed. So Andy's going to fix it. He's confident that he can get it fixed. So this is where my GTR starts to draw away from your RS3.
I mean, it was going to anyway. It's quicker than my RS3 anyway. So this is where it's a little bit disappointing because I wanted to at least try and get my RS3 almost as fast as yours for you then to go extra and then me to go extra, but you're already trying to get a head start.
So if I can remember everything now,
smile on his face here.
Car's on the ramp. You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I do.
Car's on the ramp. It's going to be props out supposedly to do, so it's just rear wheel drive.
Yeah.
It's going to go on the hub dyno. We're going to have injectors, pipes, induction pipes. Obviously it's going to get mapped up for them parts, and it's supposedly going to run 670 to 680 horsepower. Loads.
670 brake.
Definitely going to notice the difference on that. Hopefully it will anyway.
I've got a big job on trying to get anywhere near that in my RS3.
Oh yeah, the torque's being limited to 630 foot-pounds. So.
Some people say that the torque should be limited with you as well.
You can sort. You waffle on. So is that it now? Disconnected, yeah?
Got to do a few bits under the bonnet as well.
So when we went to DC the other day, this happened. It's got full of paint.
You drove through some shit, yeah. I thought it was chalk, but you're saying it's paint.
So it's definitely going to need a wash after this. But it's going to need a wash because it's going to be doing nearly 700 horsepower.
You're so happy about that, aren't you? Look, I've never seen in such a...
I gotta get my value for
The last time I saw you smile like that was when we went to Harrods and your missus only spent 500 quid.
Yeah.
We're going to go and have a look at our GTR, or your GTR I should say. I say ours like it is ours. Sorry if I look like a bit of a tit. We're mealed up, it's freezing.
Seen one of these before?
I've never ever seen, not in the flesh, I've obviously seen them on Tinterweb.
So is it the first run being done now? It's sort of like the benchmark.
Just warming it up now, yeah, but then he'll do a baseline map.
600 horsepower strapped to 2 boxes and there's a jack under the back of it. It doesn't look right, does it?
Right, so if this makes now, off this benchmark run, over 600, I'm not buying you that breakfast.
You are, yeah?
No.
You are?
No, because
we bet on that day, on that dyno.
It's not right. It's false readings that of the machine.
You're constantly trying to cheat me out of free food.
No, no, I'm not. If it's 600 on this, it's 600 there. Can you see the screen?
You should have bought me that breakfast by now.
We've been that busy, we've not even had a chance for breakfast.
Unbelievable.
We're going to be the picture of health soon.
I see now as well, because you're confident that this is going to make it. Before you were like, oh no, forget it, in the intro, we need to keep this short and sweet, don't worry about breakfasts, he says. Now look at him, you shit house. He's not my dad. People still think you're my dad, you know.
I won't have you as a son.
Hey, it's doable. That's not very nice, is it? So, yeah, I'm saying to you, what they were saying is it's stage 1 now, because the wide pipe makes it stage 1.
No, technically it's stage 2 with the wide pipe. It's 600 horsepower now. How can that be
it's
stage
not-
1?
It's not that much though, is it?
It's 4.25. Right, we're going to clear this up in a bit. So that's done its first run now. That is all you need to know. Now it's the case of doing the injectors and the pipes, yeah?
Do we know for definite what it is? What is the actual horsepower of this now?
So what does
532?
Yeah.
So what is that? What is that?
What does that work out at in the normal horsepower?
On the Pro hubs, you're normally about 12 or 13%.
What was that?
So
611.
So, yeah.
611. I'm having that. I had a bet. Yeah, definitely over 600. So we quits now. That's even. So you don't work on stages here, no?
No, because it's like the 4.25 in theory is full decard car.
Right.
See, I told you,
so-
this is going to be stage 2.
They don't work on stages here. They don't work on stages. Just work on horsepower.
No, I think a stage 2 is what wasn't stage 2 air filters and a Y pipe.
So this is more or less at stage 2 then, if you were working on stages.
At the moment, yes.
Yes.
K&N, you can get them for courses. Vauxhall Court, my Vauxhall Court. In fact, my Renault Clio 1.4 had a K&N air filter.
Are you even talking about courses and Clios in here? Do you know what you stood next to? You're going to get banned. You better get out of that door there. See you later. Go back, piss off in your
I'm
RS3.
pretty sure it added about 3 horsepower to it as well.
Yeah, but they're good filters there. Right, so, don't know what they are. What then?
And the injectors things.
Injector harness.
Harnesses. And we've got injectors, I presume?
Yep.
Yep. Filters.
Oh, you
So
might bits
2
under there.
filters and some pipes. Intake pipes. So yeah, £2,000 in a box right there. Right, so going to leave Andy to do his stuff. He's going to fit the injectors, the pipes, and then start on the map, which is going to be switchable maps. So map 1 is going to be the high-powered one. Map 2 is going to be the same, but with some pops and bangs, which is probably going to be in map 2 all the time. And then when it's all back together and the maps are done, then we're going to fix the wheel clicking. And then hopefully by 5 o'clock-ish, we should be gone. So we're back at AC Speedtech and we've just heard the GTR running.
Well, yeah.
So what does that mean?
It must mean the injectors are in.
Well, yeah, it must do. And the induction pipes.
Something's definitely running.
Something's
wherever
ticking
it's
over.
gone.
Yeah.
It's definitely running. I knew I
Definitely
could hear it.
There we go. Do you know what you're looking at?
No idea, mate. Oh, are they your induction? Look, are they your new pipes?
Oh yeah. Lights are on. Yeah, some wires, it's all plugged in. Shit going down there. Graphs on. Readouts and stuff.
Yeah, excited.
Yeah.
Like a pig in shit, aren't you?
Yeah. All looking good. Right, so after today, that's going to be running 680 horsepower, hopefully, and around 850 newton meters of torque, which is pretty good. I'll be quite happy with that. Probably about 100 horsepower more than I'm used to, but it's rather insignificant when you look at that one, because that one's going to have 1600. Is that one having 1600 horsepower?
About 14, that one.
14.
Yeah. Well, he's
Yeah.
obviously not
So,
doing the whole
2 or
thing,
3
is he?
around the front should be 16 to 18.
So that is going to be. That's going to. I can't even. That isn't he. 1400 horsepower on that.
1400 horsepower. He definitely needs a spoiler, doesn't he?
That is noisy. Is that just like because we know it's had stuff done to it?
Don't know, it sounded good that.
You see all the shit coming out of the exhaust?
Kicking some shit. That's because you drive it around like a fairy, that's why.
You're having a bit of this.
Oh, do
What
you
do
know
you think
what?
it is? What do you think it is before we turn?
What we knew
It
was
is.
the Evo, look.
An Evo
Tommy. It's one of them Tommy Tommy Mikkonen.
So that's an Evo 6 then?
I've no idea. It's an Evo somewhere.
If it's
over.
a Tommy, I think it's a 6.
Tommy.
It's a Tommy Hilfiger. Tommy Hilfiger Evo.
Don't, because people will think we're being serious there.
We're not being serious. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry.
Not getting out on camera. He's
No.
ran off.
No, I'm not saying it.
He's ran off in shame.
No,
Come on.
I'm not saying it.
So I tell you what you can do then. You can either
I
nod
didn't
your
say
head
this.
to agree. You didn't say it, but did that gentleman who works at AC Speedtech as a technician, did he just say that this car here, there he is by the way, he's just run off, but this car here shares parts with Renault?
I said technically it is a Renault. Can't be though,
even
can it?
worse.
Look at it, doesn't look like a Renault.
That's just made my day. I mean, if somebody said to me, well, yours is just a Golf, well, a Golf's already a good car. I'm not too sure what Renault do, other than the RS Megane.
I like Renaults, nothing wrong with them. Yeah, people don't like them because they're French. You can't call a car just because it's French, just because you don't like French people. I know you're zooming in. I know you, can you see that? Can you see them two?
I
Right
love
there.
I love
Right
how.
to you. Not you at home, him.
And Renault, I think,
He's an
doing
absolute
that too.
bell end. And that's only because of what I can say on camera. I want to call him other stuff.
Can we get one of them, please?
Sounds good, that.
Yeah, it does. Come on then, tell us about your injectors.
Right, so just found out, because I didn't ask before, 1000cc injectors going in, which are good for up to 1000 horsepower, which is good to know. The induction pipes, they're good for up to 1000 horsepower, so I don't need to change them. So the stage after this, even though I've not driven this yet, I might be happy with it at whatever it's going to make, but I think I want to go up to maybe 800 and then do the jump from 800 to 1000, maybe in, you know, next year, something like that.
I was engrossed by the level of knowledge and detail that you went into then about
I'm surprised I
your injectors.
remembered what he told me. I am. Before he says it, that shares something with a Renault Laguna, some sort of like characteristics.
Yeah, the
And I think he-
characteristics of the engine.
Yeah, right, so, which is bullshit. And also, the thing that he was on about with Renault is it shares something about something similar
Throttle
to the
bodies.
throttle bodies.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Camera on there.
All right, turn that off. Turn that off. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Nothing to see. So you got two of them now, bringing me Renault stuff.
So, I mean, this is a little bit embarrassing, isn't it?
Right, I'm hiding in here.
Oh, can we call it a Datsun Laguna?
Well, listen to
go.
that. That isn't a Laguna, is it?
Nah. Although it's got the same engine, 3 litre V6.
You noticed before all the shit coming out of the exhaust. The engine's not knackered. It's basically the fuel coming through. Andy's gonna like lean it off, so getting enough fuel through to do the job. But obviously the carbon and everything like that, it's the cats are picking some of it up. How much do you think it's gonna make?
Well, from what he was saying, I'll go with the Pro. He reckoned about 670, 680.
Do you
So
know
I'll
what?
go with that.
I'm going with the same. I can't go anywhere because he said it's going to be
That's what he
670, 680.
Yeah, yeah. So do you want to go 680 and I go 670? That's what we want.
We need some flames
Yes.
now. Flames.
Yes. That's mad though, don't you think? How we can literally just press some buttons on a computer and all of a sudden your car's popping and banging.
Right, that's it. Get it off there. Let's go. That sounds good enough for me.
I am done. So we're saying, roughly speaking, that obviously there has got 580, and you.
Yeah, so 580 at the hubs.
Yeah.
These 35s, when you run them rear wheel drive, seem to be about 13% losses.
Okay.
Is what we've seen over the last couple of months running this, the main line. Which I think is very apt. Which I think is very apt for this car.
Yeah, it is. That's amazing. So it's 666.66 horsepower.
Still on stock internals.
Yeah.
And we've still got stock downpipes in, so you can't push them too hard torque-wise because you'll just get them too hot. So 539
Which is obviously the foot-pound you can see just there.
Yeah, so 539 at the hubs relates to about 620 foot-pound flywheel, which is where we tend to like to leave them at these. You've got this rubber band, and it's how tight you stretch it.
Of course, makes sense.
620, 630 is where, on the stock motors, is where they seem to like to live.
Nice and comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm going to break the news to him now. He has just come back, probably from dropping his guts. Your GTR has made 666 horsepower, which is good for the name of the car, being evil, devil, 666, all that sort of stuff. But it's even better
For you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why did you get to pick what horsepower it was?
I didn't get to pick anything. Don't hit me.
So the car's now at 666.66 horsepower, and the torque's up to 840 newton meters of torque. So Andy's going to put the wheels back on, the back, then he's going to take the front ones off, fix them, and then we'll get off. So I'm actually more interested now. I know what horsepower it's made. I'm more interested in getting this horrible wheel clicking noise fixed. Been pissing me off for about a year now.
I've just realised, I have actually just this second realised.
There's no privacy glass, I know.
How's your car?
What do you want privacy glass on it for? It's not bleeding gangster drug dealing drop off the drugs car, is it?
It is.
No,
You've
it's
got a
not.
hoodie
That's
on.
more for your...
You've got a hoodie on and
I'm not driving around like this, am I?
Jordan's on.
I'm not driving around like this in my RS3, mate.
You would
Oh,
do
yeah,
if you
mate.
could get
What-
away with it. You know, really old people that drive Astons, they don't have
Who
privacy
are you looking
glass
at me
either.
for? I wouldn't be driving an Aston. You wouldn't see me dead in mud. Shit. So this is how... Looks like easy to me. Wheel off, spray some of the grey stuff on it, clean up the hub if it needs it. One of the wheels needed cleaning up. Wheel back on, torque it up to 150.
What was it?
135, we've gone up to 150. And if that fixes the problem, then simple fix, isn't it really?
The noise is back.
That sounded bad, that as well.
After 5 miles of a road test. Right, so looks like the wheel's got to come off, not today, but it's got to come off, disc has got to come off, and it's got to be clean behind there because the stuff that was just put on hasn't fixed the problem. So I think there's a few final bits to tweak up. Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, so are we ending it there?
Yeah, must
So
be,
can
yeah.
you please like and
No,
subscribe?
don't say that anymore, it sounds too desperate.
You were the one. You were the one at the beginning of all this, going.
I know.
You've got to basically beg them.
Yeah, but
You've
we've
got
got
to beg them
7,000
to
subscribers now, we don't need any more, do
do
we?
what we want now.
We don't need any more.
Practically royalty.
That's the...
Can you please like and subscribe? Thanks very much.
Cheers. See you in a bit.
He's such a child.